Once again, we can't express with much more passion than we need to observe the tone and the voice of our emails within an e-course. The rapidly expanding cyber culture is already nurturing a kind of a lack of respectful presence online with voice and with tone of compositions of whether they are tweets, blogs, or video clips in YouTube. If anything, facilitators need to model with our e-learners the tones in a voice that encourage, support, and inspire e-learners to want to be engaged and to share their insights. Even if their insights may be a little not in accord with what the church teaching might be, but we want to encourage them to have the right perspective. So how we address those concerns is very important, so that we can have them focused on the correct teaching of the Catholic Church. If anyone wonders about what your tone or voice is like, I would encourage you to sit down with family, friends, or some colleagues and ask them, how do they perceive your tone or your voice when you are communicating via email or some other means? We may be absolutely unaware of how other people are receiving and interpreting our tone and voice. All too often, our words may come across oppressive, imposing, domineering, demeaning, when we simply thought we were encouraging and supporting the e-learner or correcting what they have posted online. We really need, as facilitators, to be triply sensitive to our tone and our voice. E-learners have reposted comments to me from comments that have been made by facilitators to them, comments that sometimes have crushed them in private and sometimes even crushed them in the public forum. And it puts fear into them of whether they want to continue to contribute. So we want to be careful here. It is better to err on caution when we're using our voice and our tone versus domineering or demeaning our students. Many e-learners are coming to our e-courses for the first time in adult faith formation. I've indicated that before. They may be frightened, they may be ambivalent, and they may even be reluctant to compose online what they personally think about their faith or what they understand from their readings. If they are at least the least bit threatened, they will be like a turtle and go into their shell. And the only thing that they will post is what they take directly from the book because they want to be sure that they are accurate. Our tone and voice will encourage our e-learners to use their own tone and voice in order to express their faith. Our e-learners may come across to us even with an oppressive tone or voice, even being domineering, even being demeaning to some of us. We need to pastorally approach how they approach us. This may especially be the case when an e-learner comes to us with a strong academic background of perhaps an MA, a PhD, a DMin, or some higher degree, and their interaction with us is attempts to limit our own background or our own understanding of the material. We also need to be pastorally sensitive to them. We need to pastorally guide their strong voice, offering them clues for being more sensitive to others, not only to yourself as a facilitator, but to others who are within the course. If an e-learner comes at us with a threatening or domineering attitude, it is best to err with compassion. Never, never take anything personally online. It's not worth it, and we need to be a little more sensitive here. Stand back, let it rest, and respond with compassion. If an e-learner is persistent in their tone and voice, contact me. I will go in and I will visit one of your classes or your e-course. And just as a guide would come in to see what's going on so that they feel they're part of the course, and I may be able to observe what's also going on and perhaps even make a contribution so that I can support you as a facilitator. These ideas of tone and voice are really important, and I bet all of you have something to share about this on our discussion board.